Welcome to the channel. Today we're talking about something that affects everyone: aging and long-term health. In this video, we'll break down five foods to avoid if you want to live longer and age slower. Most people think aging is something that just happens. Time passes, wrinkles appear, energy drops, disease follows. But modern science tells a very different story. Aging is not just wear and tear. Aging is biological, and biology can be influenced. Researchers studying long-lived populations, metabolic health, and cellular repair have reached a clear conclusion. What is eaten matters. When food is eaten matters even more, and some foods actively speed up aging. This lesson focuses on 5 foods that consistently show up as enemies of longevity. These are not opinions. They are patterns seen in blood markers, disease rates, and cellular damage. The goal here is not fear. The goal is understanding. When the body is overloaded with the wrong inputs, it shifts from repair mode into survival mode. That shift accelerates aging. So let's walk through the 5 foods that shorten lifespan, and more importantly, why avoiding them allows the body to repair itself. Food number 1. Sugar and refined sweeteners. Sugar is not just empty calories. Sugar is a biological disruptor. When glucose floods the bloodstream repeatedly, it sticks to proteins in a process called glycation. This damages blood vessels, nerves, skin, and organs. Think of it this way. Sugar caramelizes tissue from the inside. High blood sugar levels are one of the strongest predictors of early aging and chronic disease. This includes heart disease, diabetes, neurodegeneration, and cancer. Cancer cells, in particular, thrive on glucose. They consume it aggressively to fuel uncontrolled growth. What makes sugar especially dangerous is frequency, not just quantity. Constant snacking, sugary drinks, hidden sugars in sauces and bread. Each spike forces the body to release insulin. Repeated spikes lead to insulin resistance. Insulin resistance accelerates aging at the cellular level. Fruit juice deserves special attention. Even though it sounds healthy, it delivers sugar without fiber. This creates a rapid spike followed by a crash, increasing hunger and metabolic stress. The body does not need dietary sugar to survive. The liver can produce glucose through gluconeogenesis when needed. When sugar intake is reduced for 2 to 3 weeks, the liver adapts. Energy stabilizes. Hunger decreases. Focus improves. This is why long-lived populations consume very little refined sugar. Food number 2. Refined bread and processed carbohydrates. Bread seems harmless. It's familiar. It's comforting. But refined carbohydrates behave like sugar once inside the body. White bread, pastries, and processed grains are quickly broken down into glucose. The blood sugar spike is often higher than eating table sugar itself. Morning toast followed by juice creates a metabolic roller coaster. Spike, crash, hunger cravings. Repeat. This cycle keeps insulin elevated and prevents the body from entering repair mode. When glucose is constantly available, the body never needs to become metabolically flexible. Fat burning shuts down. Cellular cleanup shuts down. Many people notice something surprising when they remove refined bread. Steadier energy, reduced brain fog, less hunger, better focus. This happens because the liver learns to supply glucose at a slow, steady rate instead of relying on constant intake. Whole foods do not create this problem. Refined foods do. Longevity research consistently shows that stable blood sugar beats frequent feeding. Food number 3. Excessive meat, especially red and processed meat. Protein is essential, but excess protein, especially from animal sources, activates aging pathways. One key pathway is called mTOR. mTOR signals growth. Growth is useful when young, but constant activation later in life prevents cellular repair and accelerates aging. Red meat also brings saturated fat and inflammatory compounds. These raise cholesterol, damage blood vessels, and increase cardiovascular risk. This does not mean meat must be eliminated forever, but daily meat-heavy diets are not associated with long life. Long-lived populations eat, mostly plants, small amounts of protein. Occasional fish, plant proteins have a different amino acid profile. They activate longevity pathways more favorably. Reducing meat intake consistently improves cholesterol, triglycerides, inflammatory markers. Longevity is not about abundance. It is about balance. Food number 4, dairy and excess animal protein. Dairy is often defended as natural and nutritious, but for longevity, high dairy intake shows mixed results. Milk proteins strongly stimulate growth hormones. This includes IGF-1, which is linked to faster aging and higher cancer risk. Eggs, cheese, and dairy-heavy diets often push protein intake far beyond what the body needs. When protein is always abundant, the body never enters maintenance mode. Autophagy, the process of cellular recycling, stays low. Autophagy is one of the strongest defenses against aging. It removes damaged proteins and dysfunctional cells. Reducing dairy often leads to improved metabolic markers, better cholesterol profiles, reduced inflammation. This is not about intolerance, it's about signaling. Longevity favors periods of scarcity, not constant abundance. Food number 5, alcohol. Alcohol was once believed to be protective in small amounts. New research challenges that idea. Daily alcohol consumption increases inflammation, cancer, risk, liver stress, cognitive decline. Alcohol disrupts sleep architecture. Sleep is when repair happens. Even moderate daily drinking interferes with metabolic health over time. If alcohol is consumed at all, it should be infrequent, small in quantity. Not habitual. Longevity is harmed by daily exposure, not occasional enjoyment. The bigger picture. Why avoiding these foods works. Avoiding these 5 foods does one main thing. It gives the body time and space to repair itself. When food is constantly available, the body stays in growth mode. When food is limited, the body switches to defense mode. Defense mode activates autophagy, DNA repair, mitochondrial efficiency, anti-inflammatory pathways. This is why time-restricted eating works. This is why long-lived populations eat less and eat simply. It's not about deprivation. It's about signaling. Final teaching point. Longevity is not found in supplements first. It is found in what is removed before what is added. Avoiding sugar, refined carbs, excess meat, dairy overload, and alcohol allows biology to do what it evolved to do. Repair, adapt, survive longer. Aging is not fixed. It responds to behavior, and food is one of the strongest signals the body receives every single day. The role of stress in longevity, the right kind. Not all stress is bad. The body needs short-term controlled stress to adapt. Examples. Exercise, fasting. What happens inside the body when these 5 foods are removed? When sugar is removed, glycation slows, insulin sensitivity improves, inflammation decreases. When refined carbs are removed, blood sugar stabilizes, hunger hormones calm down, energy becomes predictable. When excessive meat is reduced, cholesterol improves, inflammatory load drops, longevity genes activate. When dairy and excess protein are reduced, growth signals quiet, repair pathways increase, cellular cleanup improves. When alcohol is removed, sleep quality improves, liver function improves, cancer risk drops. None of these effects are dramatic overnight. They are powerful over time. Longevity is a long game. Practical guidelines for daily life. Here is the simple framework. Eat within a limited window. Stop snacking. Avoid sugar and refined carbs. Reduce meat and dairy. Skip alcohol most days. Drink water, tea, or coffee without sugar during fasting periods. Let hunger come and go. It will fade as the body adapts. Consistency matters more than intensity. The core message to remember. Aging is not just time passing. It is biological damage accumulating. Food can either accelerate that damage or slow it down. Avoiding 5 foods removes the strongest accelerators of aging: sugar-refined carbohydrates, excess meat, dairy overload, alcohol. What replaces them is not deprivation. It is repair. The body already knows how to stay young. It just needs the right signals. Closing statement. Longevity is not about chasing youth. It is about preserving function, strength, clarity, resilience. These come from restraint, not excess. Eat less often. Choose stress-resistant foods. Avoid what damages cells repeatedly. Time will pass either way. How the body ages during that time is a choice. Avoiding these 5 foods does something remarkable. It shifts the body from growth mode into defense mode. Defense mode activates repair pathways that slow aging at the cellular level. This is not theory. It is observed repeatedly in populations and laboratory studies.